From CTV News, this is Canada AM with Beverly Thompson and Seamus O'Regan.
Good morning.
Federal leaders are busy preparing for the first of two televised debates, and they have a new topic: G8 spending. A leaked report from the Auditor General is raising some big questions about the way the Conservatives spent taxpayer money in the Ontario riding of Industry Minister Tony Clement. For reaction to the report and what it means for tonight's debate, we go live to CTV's Robert Fife, our bureau chief in Ottawa. Bob, good morning. And I guess, you know, we're not talking about one leak in this sense. We're talking about two. Tell me about the strategic timing of this.
Well, it was all timed to drop a big grenade on the eve of the debates to put the Conservatives on the offensive. The first leak was made to Canadian press. It was an early draft of an Auditor General's report, an audit that was done on G8 spending from a certain fund in Mr. Clement's riding. And in that report, there were, it made the allegations that Parliament was misinformed. Sorry, Beverly, but somebody's got to lower the thing. I can hear things in my ear in the back. But anyway, it made the point that Parliament was misinformed and it suggested illegality. That was in the first report. The opposition parties went crazy. Oh, this is terrible, blah, 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 blah. And then the Conservatives were forced to leak an updated version of it. The updated version done in February makes no mention of Parliament being misinformed, makes no mention of any kind of illegality, but it is still a very damning report because of the way the money was spent. It was basically pork barrel spending. They just took as much as the money as they could from this fund and put it into for a whole lot of projects in Tony Clement's riding, including a gazebo which had nothing to do with the G8 summit, sidewalks that be fixed in towns that had nothing to do with the G8 summit. There was no misappropriation in the sense there was no money that was taken or stolen. It was just money that should not have been spent on these kind of projects. They're supposed to be used from the G8 summit, and even the money that was taken for that came from a different fund. It came from a fund that was supposed to ease border congestion, and of course Huntsville is like 300 kilometers away from Niagara Falls. So the Auditor General said, look, the government wasn't being transparent, and the project selection criteria is a bit fuzzy, and she was not very happy with the way this money has been spent.
Well, no doubt they're all rewriting their debate points for tonight. It'll be an interesting one. Thanks, Bob.
You're welcome.
And over to Marcy for our headlines.
Beth and James, good morning. And good morning, everyone. A poll conducted for CTV and the Globe and Mail shows the Conservatives are the clear front runners heading into tonight's English language leaders debate. The Tories still have the advantage at the ballot box with national support at 39.7%. The Liberals follow at 31.2%. Support for the New Democrats stands at 16.8%, with the Bloc and the Greens taking up the rear with 7.8% and 4%, respectively. The poll surveyed more than 900 decided Canadians over the past 3 days. There's a 3.1% margin of error. Tonight's two-hour debate gets underway at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on CTV. There is a new twist in the saga involving a former top aide to Prime Minister Stephen Harper. Bruce Carson reportedly brought an ex-prostitute and money launderer to a party at 24 Sussex Drive in Ottawa. The Conservatives confirmed Carson and his then-girlfriend were in attendance at the party in question 3 years ago. Last month, it was discovered Carson had 5 fraud convictions before becoming Harper's policy analyst in 2006. At present, he's under investigation for illegal lobbying.